Hello, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, June 19th, 2025, we're breaking down Microsoft MSFT stock. We'll analyze the recent news and dive deep into the charts. First, let's address the headlines. Microsoft is reportedly planning job cuts in its sales division, signaling cost-cutting measures. This could initially create bearish sentiment. Also, tensions with OpenAI are brewing, potentially impacting their collaboration. Conversely, Microsoft plans to spend $80 billion on AI and data centers, signaling long-term bullish intentions. We'll correlate this news with what the charts are showing us. Let's switch over to the daily chart. Looking at the one-day chart, we see a period of volatility over the past year, with significant ups and downs. More recently, we see Microsoft has pushed toward all-time highs in June 2025, but has retraced slightly from those highs. We need to analyze what the likelihood is for the stock to retest all-time highs. Notice the support around the $410 level. This level has been tested multiple times and held, showing its strength. Breaching this level could signal a deeper correction. On the upside, we see strong resistance around $481, the recent 52-week high. A sustained break above this level could indicate a continuation of the bullish trend. The last few candles show selling pressure near all-time highs, perhaps partially associated with news of the job cuts. Let's narrow down on the last few months of candles on the daily chart. Looking at a smaller range of candles from April 2025, we see some important things to note. The price declined sharply at the end of April and the beginning of May, then after a quick recovery, made its way to new highs in June. Now, it's experiencing a slight retracement. The RSI is currently around 70, indicating slightly overbought conditions, suggesting a short-term pullback is possible. If the price breaks below $475, we might see a further decline towards the $470 level and potentially $460, especially with the job cut news weighing on investor sentiment. On the other hand, a strong earnings report in the future coupled with positive AI developments could propel the stock toward $500 or higher. Let's switch to the one-hour chart to analyze short-term opportunities. Let's look at the current month of June 2025. On the one-hour chart, we can see more detailed short-term action. The last few days show a consolidation pattern near $480 after a climb up from $470 the first week of June. If it can break through $480.50 convincingly, it will likely climb to all-time highs in the $481 plus range. If it cannot breach $480.50 and instead declines and breaks $478, then a downward trend may have begun. In summary, watch the $410 support level on the daily chart for a broader market perspective. For short-term trades, focus on the $475 and $481 levels. Be prepared to adjust your strategy based on how the stock reacts to these key price points. That's all for today's episode of Explain the Charts. Be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth stock analysis. Good luck and happy trading!